So Josh-E-Naach, it's a second year, as I've been told. You
Yep.
founded this, Kushal. So starting off this interview, you and a few others decided to, create this competition that brings together teams from all over
Yeah.
in different categories. And you founded it last year. So give me an insight into, what sort of created a need for that, and, how was the experience last year and how has it been this year?
Well, one of the biggest things was actually that there used to be a competition in this area,
Right.
and it's not around anymore. And that personally was one of my favorite competitions, and a lot of our friends who helped out, and we started this competition. So we decided that we wanted to bring something back here, and we didn't want it to be only Indian fusion dance, which is
Right.
why we added the Ras aspect. Last year was a great success. It was a lot better than we actually expected to be, and we're expecting big things for this year as well.
And just, opening it up to you, Divya and Kushal as well, talk to me about this, evolving dance space. We're talking about dance teams here, dance schools, but you guys are, particularly focusing on the collegiate dance space. Talk to me about, how has that evolved over the years, and what have you seen so far when when you are talking about Josh-E-Naach?
Yeah, so I mean, I think a collegiate team, or I'm actually from Dubai, so when I first moved here, the dance team was like my way to stay connected to Bollywood and like kind of
Right.
have like the Asian feel. And I think since I've graduated, since the last 4 or 5 years, I've seen so many more colleges now have their own teams as well, which is great, like people connecting with their culture and like
Right.
South Asians, not even just South Asians. Now there's so many other like cultures involved with the dance circuit, and really it's just a place for people to like come share like a passion for dance. And the Indian style specifically, I see so many multicultural Bhangra teams,
Right.
even Ras teams for that matter. So I think dance has been like kind of the glue for a lot of different individuals in college in America.
So just kicking off of that for this year, we're looking at about 16 teams. Give me a little breakdown into, where are these teams coming from and exactly what is happening in each category.
So we have teams coming from all over the country, some locally in the tri-state area, New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia. We also have teams coming from Maryland and Virginia, and even as far as Arizona. Last year, we even had teams from Michigan and California come out. So it's really coast to coast.
In New York especially, we have so many professional dancers, and I think there's a lot that the city can offer, especially collegiate dancers who have bigger ambitions or aspirations. And I think Josh-E-Naach just like finds itself in like the niche market there, where like we have professional judges from like who are professional dancers in the tri-state area, but
Right.
also have been on collegiate teams before. And yeah, I mean, like the fact that we are able to bring so many different schools out, which is just so great, because now I have friends from like California or Arizona where like
Right.
I wouldn't have competed with them. And I think that's what the circuit meant to me as well, was just like bridging gaps between like schools from different states.
That's true. And
Yeah.
also for this year, one of the categories, which is RAS, is actually a bid competition for a national RAS championship. So this happens annually. So I would love for you to talk to our viewers a little bit about what is that championship about, and that part of the competition, I'm assuming a lot of the contestants are extremely excited about, right?
Yes, definitely. So what Ras All Stars is that it's a national bid competition where the best teams from around the country get accepted into that competition, and then they compete to see who gets crowned the best Ras team in the country. So the way it works out is that they give bids to each competition.
Right.
So the first place winner from Josh-E-Naach in the Ras competition category will go on to Ras All Stars and compete for the top spot.
So you have 8 in each category, and one of the categories is going directly into a national championship. So how have these teams reacted so far, and what do you both have to say about the caliber of the dance that's coming in for this year?
I mean, so just speaking of last year, we had some great teams that came in last year, and it's so good to see some teams that like never applied to us last year now also be interested. And there's a lot of RAS competitions that have in the state area, but we're excited to have these teams, and like we've been talking to them. The liaisons have been liaising with all their teams, obviously, and they're also very excited to like come in and bring the RAS to the Big Apple.
So, so talk to me about the back-end work that goes into producing a competition like this, be it getting the venues selected. I was just told prior to this interview, you guys are not associated with a university, so everything is being done on ground one. So I would love for you to discuss, something with our viewers about the back-end work into from your all team members in creating this competition.
Well, a lot of it is, it's a lot of planning, right?
Right.
All of the stuff that people won't actually see the actual weekend of. And the thing is that we're coordinating with teams that are coming in from so far away. So we have to work with them on getting them from the airport, telling them where they need to go, what time
Right.
they need to be, and stuff. We had to raise, we had some really fantastic sponsors this year, and they've helped us a lot in being able to make this event successful and actually move forward. So I think stuff like that is really what pushed this to happen.
And talk to us a little bit about your sponsors this year. You have some big names attached. We're also very excited to, showcase the entire competition on ITV Gold. Everyone stay connected with us, guys from the competition. But talk to us more about the other associated partners.
Yeah, so this year we have, Patel Brothers and Bali X sponsored us, and we're so grateful that they're able to help us and further our mission, because Josh-E-Naach doesn't have we're not doing this for profit. It's mostly for the passion and joy of dance, and then also the competition is a benefit competition, so everything that we raise, the proceeds go towards a nonprofit. So
Right.
I think with brands, especially South Asian brands wanting to give back to India or their own communities here and further their kids passions, it's
Right.
great to see that it's not brown parents telling kids not to dance anymore. It's they're happy that we're doing this.
So the charity that we're partnered with is called the Association for India's Development. What they basically do is they provide essentials and stuff for kids, impoverished kids in India. Things like books, medical equipment, food, shelter, things like that. And, growing up as an Indian, in this community, we learned the value of knowledge and how much it's more important than money and anything else. Knowledge is what drives us.
Right.
So we really thought that this cause was a great cause to go for.
What inspired you all last year to associate yourself with them?
Well, the whole point in this is giving back. We're giving back to a collegiate competition and circuit that we used to be a part of, and it gave us a lot. So in ways other than just giving back to the circuit itself, we want to give back to the community.
I would love for you to give us some information. And everybody, the show is happening in New York City, so you can buy the tickets right now. So I would love for you to sort of, give your appeal out to the viewers of ITV Gold.
Yeah, so we have a Facebook page and an Instagram page. Both of them are Josh-E-Naach. And then I think people are just interested, reach out to us on Facebook, like us, follow us on Instagram. And I think that would be really helpful. If anyone is interested in donating, please message us. We have a couple of GoFundMe campaigns running for different teams right now. So if you want to support a specific team that's from your area, make this a full-time national sport, go for it. I think we definitely want to reach out just to all our parents and every uncle and auntie that's out there. We're doing this so we can create something for the next generation in India and give back to those people who need it the most.
Right.
And every dollar just